Hello, all channel members. I hope you're doing okay. Um, I started really liking doing lives when it's time for me to make a video about something. And the reason why I like doing lives is because maybe I'm actually going to get somebody who's going to pop in the live and I can answer some questions a little bit better. As per usual, if you're here, make a comment. If you have questions, ask a question. I want to give you a strategy that I have been doing for a little while, and it's starting to make me really good money. The strategy is called a covered call strategy. Now, I've spoken about this before, but there's something extremely special that's happening right now when it comes to Palantir. As Palantir is high up on the valuation, it is getting extremely lucrative to do covered calls at, say, a $20 price target. Now, it's extremely important to understand what a covered call is. A covered call is simply that you have shares, a contract is 100 shares, and you are saying that you will sell your shares at a certain price, called the strike price, at a certain date. This becomes extremely valuable when a company starts getting in the higher valuation standpoint. So I'm not saying to sell your Palantir. That is not what I'm saying, and I don't want this to be misconstrued. What I am saying is that it's getting to the point that if you do a covered call, you can start doing covered calls next to the money and collect a shit ton more premium. If this is something you don't understand, don't worry. I'm going to show you a sample in just a moment. I just want to explain it to you so everybody understands what I'm saying. When you're doing covered calls, let's say at $15, I usually do them 20% out of the money. So I would do a strike price of $18. The thing is, when you're doing 20% out of the money, your premium is 1 or 2 cents per share. Or for every 100 shares, you're only making $1 or $2. It's not really good. But if you're selling very close to the money, you're making like 50 cents per share or $5 per every 100 shares. Think about that. That's a massive amount of money. So right now, people that have small amounts of Palantir, just several thousand, can make several $100s every single week selling covered calls. Now, nothing is guaranteed, but even if somebody buys your shares at $20, do you think that right now is the bottom of Palantir? Do you think there's no chance that Palantir is going to go back under $20 when it goes above $20? For me, I believe Palantir is going to go back down below 20 at least one more time, even if it goes above $20. And if you believe in that, and if you understand that, then this is a fantastic strategy because first you're collecting premiums because the price might not even hit $20. It might go to like $19.80, $19.90, $19.50. So you're collecting a shit ton of premiums, which I'll show you an example in just a moment. And let's say you do sell at 20 and the price goes up to even 20 and 50 or 21 or 22. I believe the price is going to go back down. So then you have an opportunity to do a cash secured put at, say, $19.50. So you're selling at 20, you're buying back at $19.50. You're collecting premium selling, and then you're collecting premium with cash secured puts. And you're able to buy more shares because you sold at 20, you're buying back at $19.50. Before I show you the example, I just want to reiterate one thing. This is not for everybody, this strategy. And there is a risk that Palantir goes to $30, $40, $50, $60, $100. However, as the price of Palantir goes higher, a lot of the price of Palantir is already baked in. Now, I'm not saying I'm bearish whatsoever, and I'm not saying that I'm selling my shares. I'm using this technique, this strategy to buy more shares with the same amount of money that I have. I want to say that one more time. I am not using covered call, cash secured put strategy to sell out of my Palantir. I am using this to buy more Palantir. Sell high, buy back just a little bit lower. Collect premiums both ways. This is also a fantastic way to collect money if you want to take profits, which this is not what I'm doing, but some people want to take profits. So maybe instead of selling at 20 bucks or 21, just do a cash secured covered call at 20 or 21 or 22 or 25. It doesn't matter. And if it hits your target, you collected premium and you made money selling your shares. I'm going to show you an example, but I want to stress one more time. This is not a bearish play on Palantir. This is a bullish play on Palantir. This is not selling out of Palantir. For me personally, this is accumulating more shares of Palantir that I have using the same exact money and not having to add to my portfolio. Let me show you an example. This is my Robinhood public account. The public account is now at $522,000. We're doing really good in the public account. And I just wanted to show you something. So there's a couple of things that I did. Number one, I have 13,200 shares of Palantir in this account. Okay. I have 132 contracts that I'm selling at a $40 strike. So this is one strategy. And in my other accounts, I have the other strategy. I just want to show you. You can even do for your Palantir. So for example, let's do Palantir. Let's do trade options. Let's sell a covered call. Let's say you have Palantir right now. If you're going to go to June of 2024, so let's say you want to hold Palantir for about 7 months and you're bullish on Palantir. This is a bonus, guys. This is an additional strategy that I'm doing. You could say that you will sell Palantir at $40. Now you might say, well, Adam, we never want to sell Palantir. Let me ask you a question. If Palantir hits $40, knowing what you know, would you say that it's a good value to sell? I would say at $40, Palantir is overvalued and you get a great deal. So what I did is I locked in a $40 strike, which says I will sell my Palantir at $40 if it hits $40 by June 21st, 2024, which is around 7 months, 221 days in advance. For this, you would collect 44 cents per share. Let's just do the math. For every 100 shares that you have, you would collect $42.97. Let's call it $43. Okay, guys? Give me 1 second. I need to pick up the phone. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'm so sorry about that. So let's do the math over here. For every 100 shares that you have, you can collect $43. Let's say a lot of you guys have, let's say, 3,000 shares. So if you have 3,000 shares of Palantir, 4,000, you guys can multiply this, right? You could collect $1,289. A lot of you guys have a few thousand shares. You would collect, if you have, let's say 1,000 shares even. If you have 1,000 shares, okay, and you say, I am willing to sell my Palantir for $40, if it hits 40, only if it hits 40. If it goes to $39.99, you don't have to sell it. If Palantir hits $40, by June 21st, you are willing to sell it. For this, for every 1,000 shares, you can collect $429. Just think about that. And then you take this $429 and you could do whatever you want. You could buy more shares. You could wait for the dip. You could make a car payment. You could do whatever you want. I have 132 contracts. So I picked up, guys, look at this. I made $5,672. And I have to hold my Palantir for 7 months until June 21st. If Palantir hits 40, I still make $40 a share. If Palantir does not hit 40, I just keep my money and do nothing. This money is in your account right away. You don't got to do nothing for it. The chances of profit, they give you right here. This is estimated, guys. I have a 95% chance of profit that Palantir does not hit $40. Remember, $40 is massive, guys. If Palantir hits $40 by June 21st and I have to sell, mwah, God bless. I'll be so happy. This would put Palantir at almost $100 billion market cap. Massive. And I would be very happy because I have other accounts. You can always roll this. You can always buy this back. That's a different strategy I'll show you guys in the future. Let's go back to Palantir. I want to show you one more thing. Let's go to Palantir. So this is the strategy that I was talking about. Trade Palantir options. I want to sell a covered call. Remember, you are selling a covered call, which is one option. One option is 100 shares of Palantir. This is going to expire in 4 days. Let's say you are willing to sell Palantir at $20. Okay? Guys, check this shit out. For every 100 shares, you would collect $39. If you have 1,000 shares, guys, just listen to what I'm saying. You would say, I am willing to sell my shares, my 1,000 shares, and just multiply this by how many shares you have. For $20, if it hits $20 by November 17th, and for this, I will collect a 40-cent premium or $390 for every 1,000 shares. Let that sink in, how much money that is. It's an absolutely massive amount of money. Let's say you don't want $20. You could do $20.05 instead. Now, if you do $20.05, you would collect $23 or $240 for every 1,000 shares that you have. Massive. You could do 21, you could do 21 and a half, you could do whatever you want. I'm just saying that you can start getting closer to the strike price as the price of Palantir goes up. If the price of Palantir was $15, you wouldn't be selling at $15.50. I would be selling at $18. I would be doing my calls at $18. But as you get higher with the price of Palantir, a lot of the price of Palantir starts being baked in. Now, I want to reiterate one more time. I am not bearish. I am bullish. I am not doing this to sell my shares. I am doing this to add more shares. If somebody buys my shares at $20, for example, you know what I'm going to do? The very next week, I am going to say I am going to buy shares at $19.50. And guess what? I'm going to collect probably another 40 or 50 cents per share just to say I will be buying at $19.50. This is called a high-level wheel strategy that I went over a lot of times on this channel. What I'm saying right now works best if you're trading from a retirement account. So you don't have to pay taxes, because if you sell your shares at 20 and you bought them at 15, you will be hit with taxes. So I don't suggest doing this if you have a regular trading account. If you have a tax-deferred account like a SEP IRA, a traditional IRA, or a Roth IRA, this is a pretty good strategy to potentially gain more Palantir shares. When I say potentially, Palantir could go to the moon. It could go to 25, 30, 100. But at this point, a lot of things that happen for Palantir are already priced in. Not everything, but a lot. And for me, it's worth it. If it hits 20, I'll sell, and then I'll buy back at $19.50. If you have a traditional, regular trading account, maybe That $40 strike sounds good. Remember, if Palantir hits $40 by June 21st of 2024, you are willing to sell it. But if it does not hit $40, you don't have to sell it, and you keep your premium all the same. Remember, the premium is around $400 or $500 for every 1,000 shares that you have. Some of you guys have like 10,000 shares. That's like $5,000, guys. That's a lot of money. I hope this helps you. I read a lot of your comments. I'm going to respond of why you guys follow me or give me channel membership. I really appreciate it. I know some of you guys are doing this covered call strategy and you guys are making good money. Shout out to Midwest Cannabis. I know he's doing this and he's collecting a shit ton of money. If you're scared to sell your shares, don't do this. Maybe that $40 strike is better. Remember, $40, if Palantir hits $40 in 7 months, guys, Palantir is going to be the best performing stock of, the last year. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope this helps people make money. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for all the support that you guys give me. And maybe one day I'll get channel members to actually log in to the live when I'm doing it. Have a great day. And one more time, I am bullish, not bearish, and I am using this strategy to collect premium, sell higher, buy just a little bit lower, and increase my position of Palantir. By doing this, I was able to increase my position in Palantir significantly. And I don't want to tell you how much, but significantly. If you've been following the public account, that number keeps going up. I don't know if you noticed that. So I keep adding to my Palantir, and I keep using the premiums from my covered calls to do it. Everything could go to shit, and you could get fucked if Palantir goes to $25, let's say, or 22 or 23, right? But a lot of the growth is already there. And we had such a crazy last 2 weeks that I believe Palantir is going to cool off and you're going to get an opportunity to buy back at a lower price, but that's not guaranteed. So make sure you have a stomach and a risk appetite and understand what you're doing. Don't blame me if you make money. Don't blame me if you lose money. Just do your own research, do your own due diligence, ask questions. It's not financial advice, purely entertainment and education. Have a great day.